event data acquisition where they have to SMS details and, you know, very mixed results, frankly. I see it as something to aspire to rather than to have the perfect answer on how to do it. But I like the things that you mentioned that you're doing. I think that's great.
Something I'm trying to do at the moment, which pertains to what you two were just talking about with trying to test. I'm currently, we've been doing segmentation via behavioural and more recently psychographic. So what I'm trying to do at the moment for each of my campaigns is, especially with electronic direct marketing, last week I split 3. So I ran lists via behaviour, targeted previous shows that purchased. Then I did a mosaic list, and then I did lapsed season ticket holders. And so what my plan is, if I get time to do it, I want to try and split my lists for every single ticket campaign in that way, and I'm going to keep a record over the next months. So if anybody was interested to see what those results are, I'm happy to share them.
That'd be great.
If I get time.
I mean, I think you've just hit a very important nail on the head, which is be consistent with how you're doing this as much as you possibly can, so that you can actually get some long-term, long-term value research, rather than kind of ad hoc stuff. So I think it'd be great if you could share that, Jess.
Look, I was really interested in just how persuasive a lot of that data, particularly in the Sydney market, was for where people live. I used to work for Sydney Festival, and now I'm working for Bundanon Trust, which is a region based out on the south coast of New South Wales.
Yeah.
Is it possible to get sets of data like that in regional areas, do you think?
That's a really good question. To be honest, I actually don't know. I'd be certainly dropping Pacific Micro Marketing a line to ask that exact question. I think my gut feel is that information absolutely exists, but perhaps not to the same level of detail. But so I'm showing my own limitations of having worked with urban-based arts companies here. So my apologies for not doing that. I don't really need to be spruiking Mosaic on behalf of Pack Micro Marketing either, so I'm kind of glad I don't do it.
I just want to know how affordable things like Mosaic are for tiny companies.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
How affordable is Mosaic and Roy Morgan for tiny companies?
That $200 question. Look, all I can say is that when I was at Sydney Opera House, I was able to cut a pretty good deal because of the brand of Sydney Opera House. Now, unfortunately, not everybody's going to be in that position. My understanding is that the Australia Council did approach them on behalf of the major performing arts companies to try and do a kind of a group arrangement. I certainly would love to see something like that get off the ground.